Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed what they want. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Sometimes the good Lord does smile upon thee. What am I talking about? I am talking about what's the sorting name again? About the gorgeous Millie Gibson. Oh my God! Really? Really? I mean, what is this? Is this an April Fool? I could look. I mean, is there anything wrong with her? I've been looking into her. She doesn't have a dick. Okay. Rule one, she doesn't have a dick, and number two, she's super smoking hot. I mean, like super smoking hot. She is right up there with Perry in the Spankable Companions, and that's a very small group. Really, I have to tell you. Spankable Companions, very small group, if I may say so. And she is right up there in the top two, maybe the top one. What? I'm a little bit taken aback. Okay, I have to tell you, I'm a little bit shocked. Russell T. Davies is here to play, ladies and gentlemen. Russell T. Davies is here to play. This is, oh man, he wants bums on seats. This is him rebooting his career again when it didn't need to, right? I mean, when he first took on Doctor Who, that was a really weird jump for him, right? And it was a big, I think for him it was a big leap of faith, and I think he only did it because he loved Doctor Who, right? There's a lot of things about it, but he that was really it. And now his career is solid. He can do whatever he wants. He could like make these dramas. He basically can get anything done he wants. Really, he's got enough use for that. But the only way to really move up, I mean, he tried the Hollywood thing with Torchwood, and that just wasn't very good, unfortunately. It was just too long, and it just wasn't very good, right? So he tried the Hollywood thing, and it didn't work. So he went back to his MGM, more gay men is what he calls it. But this is the only way to really, I mean, his career is going to hit the stratosphere. He's going to be Kevin Feige big, right? He's going to be Kevin Feige big Kevin Feige when he was good. not current day Kevin Feige, not this weird krill replicant version of Kevin Feige who's like I know what faggy stupid girly thing can we do next? Oh yeah, that's it. We'll do that. Yeah. It's a really bad idea. No, I'm not about good Kevin Feige. He said, "Hey, why don't we do the Avengers?" Good Kevin. So he's going to be Kevin Feige big, right? He really. I mean, he's in the what can I say? He's in the probably bigger, right? Honestly, because having a streaming giant, right? Which I think he wants Doctor Who to be bigger than Stranger Things, and it's gonna be, right? He's here to play, ladies and gentlemen. He is here to play, right? He's like he wants it to be huge, right? And now I think that in the 2023, 2024 entertainment landscape on a streaming giant is as big or bigger than Marvel when it was most successful. And the way he's going to make it so great, right, is mainly having it be very self-consciously what it is. Doctor Who is going to be goofy and charming and silly and English, right? It's going to be very English, right? And sexy as hell. I mean, say what you want about Shooty, he's a good-looking lad, right? He's a good-looking lad. Very rarely keeps his shirt on. Got a nice pair of washboards on him, right? And we're going to be looking at many pictures of Millie Gibson tonight. We're going to be looking at many pictures of her. Hopefully, we can find someone. I can't find anything wrong with her. I mean, like again, I expect does she have a dick in as well as a vagina? I mean, like, is she deaf? And there's nothing wrong with being deaf, but can she communicate like a human being? Like a normative human being. It really, I think I could put up with it because she's hot, right? I mean, I can put up with a lot. Here's the thing: if she played Doctor Who, right? If she did the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who, it would have been marginally less awful because she's just smoking hot. Oh my God! Again, crazily hot. Which one of the reasons I'm happy. I mean, other than she's hot. I mean, one of the reasons I'm happy it's a normative form of beauty, right? Oh my God, being promoted in the world. And not like, not this weird flat-chested, transy little boy is a hot thing, thing. Yeah, no, like something that boys could look at and go, oh, I'm turned on, and it'd be normal, right? I worry today for the young men of this generation, the young pubescents. I mean, like they're being told that fat, ugly people are beautiful, and they're not. Okay, they're not. Okay, fat, ugly people are not beautiful. Fat, ugly people are fat and ugly, right? It doesn't matter how big a following you have. If you're fat and ugly, you're fat and ugly, right? And it's not okay. It's like, whatever. This glory. And there's this story about what was it? These, I don't know who they are. These plus size models who didn't get invited to a club for a birthday, and the bouncer didn't let them in because they were fat and ugly, right? And he didn't know they had a huge TikTok following or whatever. I mean, but that's what they were fat and ugly. What do you want out of me? And they think they're hot because they're told fat and ugly is beautiful. It's not. Okay? It's not. You want a normative view of beauty? It's merely fucking Gibson. Okay? And that's a good thing. Young men out there, I implore you. Okay? If you're looking at fat, ugly people and go, I'm not turned on. Maybe I'm gay. Maybe I'm trans. You're not. They're fat and ugly. Okay? You want somebody hot. Oh, I know. I remember what in 2002, right? When I was listening to Howard Stern still, right? I listened to them up until Trump, I think. So it was, way before then. So it must be 2008. Yeah, well, anyway, I remember when I was listening to Howard Stern. He would always have porn stars on, and I was blown away at how insanely beautiful they were. Right? I was like, what? How is that woman doing like that? So if you're a young man, go and Google Howard Stern porn star, right? And you'll find that's what hot looks like. Or Millie Gibson. Yes, that's a role model for something's hot. Oh, God. Poor boys being led astray. Don't start spanking to fat, ugly girls. It's not good for you. Okay? Don't objectify them. Only little. I mean, listen, if you're into that, live and let live, baby. I don't. Okay, now I feel bad. Look, listen. If you're a chubby chaser, God bless you. Mwah! Love you. All are welcome here. Even furries, and you guys are weird fuckers, okay? You are the weirdest people in the world. You're welcome. Everyone's welcome here, mate. I don't mind. I don't discriminate. But let's just, we can all agree. We can all huddle round on one single central idea in the world, and we can do that thanks to Russell D. Davies. What can we agree on? That Millie Gibson is freaking hot, okay? She's very, very, very hot. Okay, so that's I think that's worth noting. I was a bit surprised, okay? I was a bit surprised. Although I am gratified because I think, I look at everything from a weird theological point of view, right? Even, look, there's a very spankable girl in my view screen, right? No. I look at everything from a very theological point of view, right? Man, it actually really crystallized very, very deeply this Sabbath, right? I've just been off for 25 hours. The parallels between the current times we're living in and the towards the end of the Exodus story in Egypt, right? I think we might be up to the death of the firstborn. I don't know what that's going to be like, but I think it's going to be something, right? I think we've had most of the 10 plagues so far. I think we've had the plague. The plague of blood was the Afghanistan withdrawal, right? I'm not going to go into the whole theology of it, right? It was just the core essence of what that plague of blood did to Egypt. It's the same as what the surrender in Afghanistan, right? So I think we'll be living through the 10 plagues. It's a weird analogy, like inflation, whatever, But yeah, okay, fine. But anyway, so I saw the world headed like I think the world is kind of encased in this like Remember, I'll tell you what it's like. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what it's like. A lot of people don't like the story. I think it's great on the first watching. Rewatching is really, I find it tough, but the first watching is breathtaking. It's Heaven Sent, right? Heaven's, again, that Capaldi monologue. It's wonderful, right? I mean, and I love I like the idea behind it as well. I thought living like billions of years is a bit much, but the thing is, he gets to the thing of this wall of a diamond that he hits. I think it's kind of stupid, but okay. And it's just like, I don't matter how many times you're hitting it, I don't know how many billions of years, you're not getting through that wall of bloody diamond, right? But the point is, you just, and this is a theological point, right? If you believe in God, right, you believe God's infinite, right? You don't actually do anything. It's God deciding to happen. If you think you turn the light switch on, no. All that happened is you willed there for the light switch to be on, and you willed your arm to move to turn it on, and God made that happen. That's happening because the saying is infinite, it's infinite, it's in everything, right? It surrounds us, it penetrates us, it binds us together, as does my insatiable lust for Millie Gibson, which I don't really think can be undermined. I don't really think can be turned down to 2 or 3. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, but the thing is, so I just got a feeling this wall of impenetrable diamond of falsehood. I think we're cloaked in falsehood, right? I think I was reading V for Vendetta today over Sabbath. I haven't read that for years, and boy, does that stand up well. Really recommend it. If you never read it, real recommend it. It's weird, okay? It was set 16 years in the future when it was written, which is 25 years in the past now, right? It was set in 97, it was written in 81, right? And I'm reading it in 2022. It's so relevant to today. It's so freaking relevant to today. They're talking about, and basically the society is controlled by computer, by this thing called fate, which is and whoever controls the tech controls society, right? Which is absolutely talking about social media. Animal predicted it like almost entirely. It's really freaky when you think about it. Like, and the delivery mechanism was different. We willingly ran into the apocalypse, right? We willingly ran into totalitarianism and control and complete state censorship, right? Which we're one breath away from, right? They have, if they implement a social social crediting system, whatever it is, like you've got to get a good social media score to be able to get services and access, and you get the better your social media score is, the better you are in society. There's nothing you can do. That just wins, right? You either leave society, which is what it's designed to do, or you perform the best you can within that society, right? They can turn that on today, and you couldn't do a damn thing. If Biden says, "Oh yeah, we're turning this on now," and what are you going to do? No, okay, you're going to jail. It's like, well, yeah, well, if somebody in authority tells you to do something, you will do it. Not 8 times out of 10, you will do it, right? Right? It's incredible. And you won't even do it, you will enjoy it like 4 times out of 10, I think. It's a statistic. It's really crazy. Anyway, I digress. But it's very relevant to today because you see how they just craft narrative. And it's complete falsehood, right? Everything is falsehood. Everything is a narrative. But I mean, I saw Biden saying about the him being investigated. It's a conspiracy theory, and I know there's people there who believe it like it's gospel truth, right? They believe January 6th is January, and they just believe it, right? Doesn't matter that their lying eyes didn't show them what they needed to see to believe it, right? I mean, they think they did. They saw a riot. They didn't, but what they should have seen is what we saw through the summer of love, but we didn't, right? And there's no evidence, boy, there's no debt, whatever. Right, there's no actual thing you can point to go, oh, look, that was way worse or as bad as it, but doesn't matter. That was a narrative. You can't fight against that. That's why we're encased in this narrative. That narrative, I think, is pretty much defined by a cabal of the, FBI and Clintons and Barack Obama. I don't even bloody know. Was it Jared? What's the name? Thank God I can't remember her name. I'm probably getting in trouble if I say it. Anyway, this weird Martha's Vineyard crowd of evil and tech giants, right? It's basically, I think that movie, Don't Look Up, is insanely accurate. I think that's absolutely how government works, all right? Go watch that movie. Freaking awesome, all right? But I have the feeling, and now, being a theologically minded person, I see all that stuff being powered by Satan, right? And I know it's a bit of a overblown way of thinking. I see Satan more as like an energetic force than a guy in a natty red outfit. Maybe he's both. I don't know. Listen, I don't want to limit the good Lord's creations, right? But I think what's going on is that Satan is dying, right? And this is his last breath, right? That's why he gets complete control over this world. It's part of the scenario for the end of days, which I think we're in, right? Because I think we're in. Anyway. So I saw all that kind of like melting, right? I saw the power of Satan melting. Why? Because I saw the world suddenly churning. I saw Twitter. Elon Musk. He's not letting Alex Jones back on. Elon Musk owning Twitter is a big deal, right? It changes the narrative of reality, right? It frees us from that circle of that complete confinement lies. We had an election here in Israel, which from a religious point of view is really quite remarkable. It's the first time there's ever been an Israeli government that all believed in the same, religious principle, right? I'm not one man. There's nobody suggesting an enforcement of religious law. But it's first, I mean, like the biggest party is Likud, and they're what's called Masorti. They're not anti-religion. They're like, I would do religious stuff, but I can't. I don't want to. I should do Sabbath, but I like watching TV, so leave me alone, right? That's the vast majority of Israel, right? But if you say, to them that God isn't real, they'll hit you in the face. They're like, what? Get out of my falafel stand! Ah! That's exactly what would happen. It really is. Actually, I'm not even joking. That's really what it smells like. Don't offend people. People react like that. Anyway, I digress. So we had this election here. So that from a religious point of view, that's never happened before. We've always had like a mixture. So this is it's somewhat messianic with that it's felt, right? In my area of the religious world, right, which is a bit of a weird area. I will freely admit, but I do hope it's true. Anyway, and there's that. I saw Doctor Who being redeemed, right? Being redeemed from the claws of Satan. And how else can you define Chris Jim on Jodie Whittaker having Doctor Who being taken away by Russell T Davies? I mean, that I guess I understand. He's woke as fuck. He is woke as fuck. But he seems to want to make good Doctor Who, right? But I was very confused by the American midterms. Like, if the power of Satan is going, then how does he let all that ballot harvesting going on? That seems a bit satanic. That's how that seems a bit I don't know, anti-democratic. Not that whatever. I mean, YouTube will say it's voter suppression, not to do ballot harvesting. So of course YouTube's right. Listen, YouTube. Men can have vaginas and babies, and women can have penises. It's all cool, baby. It's all cool. I'm not here to fight with you. You're bigger than me, okay? Women can have penises. Lovely. I'm really happy this one doesn't, right? I'm really happy this one has the very traditional. I haven't seen it, not used it. Vagina, right? But if I was offered it, it would be something I'd be like, would I like to either see or use, in a way you want to imagine, Millie Gibson's vagina? Probably. I wouldn't be opposed. I mean, I would be opposed on religious grounds and unmarried, but on a pure physically pleasurable ground, I'd be like, that's good for me, baby. Anyway, I digress. So I found the midterms very confusing, right? What's going on? So I listened to this class on it last week, And there was a couple of points he made, but the point that I've been thinking about is that it was essentially God giving the evil of the if there is ballot harvesting going on, it's evil, right? And it's an evil thing to do. But not I'm saying it's going on, but if there is, it's the way it's I lost my train of thought. That's a good one. What was it? There's ballot harvesting going on. It's evil. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. So basically, what's going on is this, right? God was, according to this class by Rabbi Kessin, right? God was essentially giving these forces of evil a chance not to be evil. Said, listen, I'll give you one last chance, okay? I've got this big kick in the balls that's coming, right? The axe is about to fall, but I'll give you one last chance. If I'll give you a chance, I'll let you do it again, and if you don't do it, you're off the hook. Otherwise, your balls are in the chop, okay? That's what's going on, right? Balls in the chop, but I'll give you a chance to get out of it, okay? They don't. They go back in. So they didn't know their balls in the chop, right? So it's not. So anyway, my point is this, though. I've been thinking about this. Like, why would God bother, right? Because really, like what? I mean, let's say one party found a way of cheating and gaming elections. Are they going to keep doing it? Well, looks like they are. Right? Not that it's happening, calls YouTube. Women can have penises. Remember, women can have penises. It was very packed in my prayer group, my minion this morning, right? It was much bigger than normal. They had about 60, 70 people in there, right? So I said to my neighbor, there's so many people in here. If you count all them up, right, this will be about 1 or 2 Democrat votes in Arizona. Right. So why would obviously they're going to do it, because obviously it looks very sick, right? It looks like something like that might have gone down to me. There's lots of very strange shenanigans that are talked about on the interwebs, right? Anyway. So obviously it's going to happen. So then this guy, Rabbi Kessin, always compares things to the story of the Exodus, right? So then I thought, this wasn't him, this was me. I was thinking about it today. Why did God command Moses to go to Pharaoh and say, let my people go? They're going to say no, right? It's very obvious. This seems to be pointless. And I think it's the same thing, right? To give them an out the plague is, right? That's why Moses went before each plague, right? But each time, it's up until the very last one, they said they hardened their heart, right? Said, no, I'm doubling down. I'm tripling down. I don't care how fucking bad it is. I don't care how bad the inflation is. I don't care how bad the international standing is. I don't care how clear we are to nuclear war. I am not backing down from ballot harvesting and rigging elections. I'm not backing down, right? No matter how much I fucked up, I'm not going to back down. That seems to be very similar to the Egyptians, right? After like the 6th or 7th plague, Moses said, let my people go. And they're like, oh, fuck off. Really? I would have backed down after the blood, but really, you got the locusts, you got hell, you got all this shit going down. Then you're not going to go, you know what? Let the Jews go. No. And then here's the thing. You know what they wanted to do? The Jews wanted to go into the desert for 4 days to do a sacrifice to God, right? And then they'll come back. They said it's like we got into night. No, fuck off. Not doing that. So it seems to be very similar. So I was like, thinking about my theory over the Sabbath bride, right? Going over it, and I was like, I wonder if I'm right? I wonder if things really are going in the right direction. It's just these midterms were exactly what this rabbi was saying. Are things really going in the right direction or not? So straight after Sabbath, right? It's 5:16. I don't even know who the new companion is. It could be a girl with a dick for all I know. Hello! Whoa! Look at me! Whoa! I'm like, oh no, and I think it might be, right? I'm thinking, no, please, I don't know. Listen, I talk a good game, but I'm not sure, baby. I'm not sure. This makes me feel good about myself, right? It's 5:16. And so Sabbath ends. I pray the evening service. It only takes me 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm like, right now. Grab my phone, go downstairs. I've got to make a new thumbnail, right? I've got to come up with a new thumbnail. I'll show you the old one and the new one in a minute. And then I got to put her on the phone. Think of a funny thing to say. I think I did. Then I got to put out the emails and the tweets and all the other crap and change it over. And then, okay, I see she's hot. Okay, I'm like, whoa, she's a hottie. So I see she's an attractive lady. But anyway, so I'm rushing around. So then, as my wife's away, I've developed this new after Sabbath kind of fun thing, because Sabbath is ending early now. We have this bread on Sabbath called challah. It's very good. If you like really super yummy sweet bread, right? Go to a Jewish store and get challah. You get it on Friday. It's getting good, right? So you have to have like 2 loaves per meal. And you have 2 meals, right? So basically, you have 3 loaves you cover. Whatever, I'm not going in math with it. Anyway, so you have to cut both of them. But we take the leftover one after Sabbath. I cut it up, make French toast, right? I've been doing that since my wife's away. My wife's away 3 weeks, right? So I've been so quickly throw some eggs in, throw some milk in. Hope I don't get much shell in. It up. Cinnamon. If you want to be really nice, you can get some cornflakes, mash them up, right? Okay, get your challah, big thick wedges, big stove top, dip it in the mixture, dush, right? In a hot pan with oil and right. If you want to be nice, you can dip it in the cornflake mixture. Mix it with. I forgot the cinnamon. Whack the cinnamon in. So I'm doing this. I'm like, I've just got the thumbnails out, right? Now I've got to find out what's going on in life, right? I'm making the French toast. Smells awesome. I can't eat it. I will die, right? Like my my blood sugar, like I can, and I'll die happy, right? But I'll die. I really scheduled the show, so and I would like to see my wife again, right? So I want to live, right? This is one of the few times I can say, if I end up suicided, it's not real, okay? Over the next 2 days, I would really like to see my wife again. Comes out on Monday. After that, it's probably I took my life. But up until then, I wouldn't trust it. Okay, so FBI, back off, or CIA, or whoever it is. Anyway. So then I'm trying to find out stuff about Millie Gibson, and my internet's all slow because it's and I'm just getting it working now. And now I'm here. A very happy camper. Let me pull up some eye candy. Most of which will be Millie Gibson, I think. An attractive young lady. I think we can all agree, right? I think that's the overriding vibe of my monologue. She's an attractive young lady. I would say. Okay, I haven't been made thumbnails of my new stuff. We got that. What else do we have? What else do we have? We got that. We got this. Doink. Okay, fine. There we go. Whoops. Try again. There you go. Let me pull that up. She cried. Jigger. Share screen. Colin, mate. Colin, let me be frank. Okay. Love you, baby, but Millie Gibson may be beating you out there, but I mean, honestly, she is by far the hottest companion since Perry. I mean, she may be hotter. I don't know. She's crazily. I mean, how old is she? She looks young. She's obviously in her 20s, but like, how young is she? Is she too young? Oh, don't tell me she's 16. Then I'm in trouble. Oh, fuck. I hope she's not 16. God. At least I haven't slept with her. Don't be 16, okay? I'll be back in a minute. I got to find out her age. Let me get to the chat first. No, I don't want to find. I want to keep her on screen until I find out how old she is. She looks smoking in that. I mean, those boobies aren't 16. Let me tell you. Noel of the TARDIS Zone has often asked me, Rabbi, what planet are you from? I'm the rabbi from another planet. I'll tell you. There's a planet with that. It's a planet with plentiful boobies. So it's a planet of Millie Gibson. I mean, my God, she's so freaking hot. You won't like this, Tzvi, but this new companion is by far away the best. I think you find I do like it. says DC. I do like it a lot, right? Better than Rose. Oh, way better. Better than Martha. Oh, way better. See, Rose and Martha were both beautiful, right? Better than Zoe. Yeah, but that Zoe's bum. I'm sorry, on the TARDIS console in Mind Robber, and you all know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, Wendy. Wendy Parry's bum on the console, in a glittery spandex. I'm sure she'll be happy about it, right? Because it's one of the most beautiful sights in the entirety of British television history. Oh my God, it's so wonderful. It's so absolutely wonderful. And I'm not really that much of an arse person, but that is just, it's like looking at the Mona Lisa, right? It's like one of the most perfect arse shot, not in our Doctor Who, ever. Wendy, darling, kudos, and I mean that. I mean this with respect. I'm sure you're a lovely, intelligent, vibrant person as well, but just having that one point there, your arse was the most perfect thing ever to be on British television, and it probably still is. It's so perfect, right? So better than Martha, better than Zoe, and better than Perry. I don't know. I would like to see it fight it out in Jello slowly. Oh, please. Take us to planet of the take us to the Zero Room. Oh, Doctor, I'm so floaty. Even better than Clara. Oh, way better than Clara. Yes. Have you seen TV Manifest? No, but Netflix keeps trying to talk me into it, Jordan Lee. And I'm like, fuck off, Netflix. I already got too much to watch. Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, we're all kind of surprised. She looks normal. What's the catch? I don't know. It's very disturbing, but we will find. I'm going to go over all the articles about it tonight. I think this might be a Millie Gibson show because I am. Might have to look at more pictures. Hey, am I on time for this? And I deserve a badge for my mathematical excellence. Oh yes, you do. And just. I just want to wear your badge for mathematical excellence. Obsidian goes. I'm not sure. I think she knew what she was signed up for, but correct anyone when they assume she was full time. I think she's full time. Okay, I understand. Obsidian goes, I'm nipping down. I'm going down the chip. Ooh, lovely. Try the Rabbi calm. This young woman may be Perry Mark II for him. It really is. Oh man, this is before I even started. I haven't even got to the beginning of the show yet. It really is. Man, I am very happy. Yes, Dr. By all means, participate in trophies all around. Yes, again, if Perry and Millie go for it. Or Ruby. I knew her name was Ruby yesterday when I saw the post by RTD, right? Yeah, look, she looks great. Catherine Fears there. The Rabbi will be a happy, pretty blonde. Yes! Oh, man, you don't understand. Blondes are so, foreign and exotic for me. Like most Jews are brunettes, right? You have your Rachel Riley here and there, right? But they're mostly brunettes. Yeah. She again. I honestly, what I'm happiest about it, she is a normative view of beauty, right? It's not like some weird, fat, ugly chick that you got to pretend is hot. No, it's really not. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. It's strange times we're living in. Strange and great times. Only the halfway decent storytelling before it all implodes and messing. I think it's going to be good, mate. I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's imploding at all. Ross Lee Davies is here to play, mate. He is not fucking around with anything, right? And he could be. Darren M is here. Paul Toslin is here. She's 18, Ramo. Fuck me. 18 just old enough. Okay, you're spankable but not touchable. Okay, at 18. It's supposed to be your oldest is was it half your age plus 8? Somewhat. So it'd be 26, 30, about 30. 34 is my minimum. Oh, really? No. Although I couldn't talk to anybody younger than 34. I don't know, I'm killing them. Okay, listen, that's why you don't play prostitute for the sex. You pay them to go. That's what Frank Sinatra said. Philip Bogan is here. How you doing? Oh, by the way, and I do like here was the this was the one I hastily came up with at 5:16. This was the one I had to go going in. And look, Shooty and his. I like that I had the classic Doctor Who logo before they came out. That was his logo. Join the rabbis who skulls live. Who my new companion is? Will it be Perry 2.0 or Jasmine Finney? It will be Perry 2.0, mate. We are very, very stoked here. Okay, very stoked. Pete Rich is here. How you doing, Mr. Jack and Life? Say hello, Jim. Say hello again. Adam Warlock is here. Oh yeah. Look, we are. 1 second. Now let's do a Google search. 1 second. Duh. Is this gonna lead me somewhere I don't want to? Sexy Millie. What's the bloody name again? Gibson. 1 sec. Images. Yeah, okay. She's crazily hot. 1 second. I mean, like, honestly, this is the epitome of something for the dads, right? And in this case, I'm playing the dad. Like, really? Again, normative, spankable young lady. Oh my God, it never happens anymore. Right? We're gonna watch the video. Oh, I tell you, it's was a cold day. It was a cold day there. Again, she has a scar career. I don't know. She just looks like I'm gonna really like this Doctor Who. Okay, looks like I'm gonna really, really like this Doctor Who. Go back to that. Fine. Darren Paul Tolson. Monk and Magnesia's here. How you doing, Monk and Magnesia? DC and Marvel are already on the way out. They did a Chibnall and feminized it. Yeah, exactly. Right. But let Doctor Who be a lesson to the world. Everybody can do repentance. Everyone can come back from the the abyss or beyond. All you got to do is do good bloody work. Really, just do good work. When the Daleks turn up, there'll be trouble in the Robin Mill. Yeah, I heard. We got to hear her talk. Yeah, I like that she's northern. Lots of planets have a north, right? Paul Shoney is here. There we go. Let me just whiz through the chat. Gia. No, am I saying Gaia Nicolosi? Probably will. Ruby probably from Manchester. I believe so, right? I believe so. And she looks very traditional Russell Lee Davies young lady, right? Bobby D 75 is here. Russell decided to make the heterosexual boys happy. Yes. Yeah, and I'd like to say to all the like crazies out there on Twitter who probably like cut their wrists. Don't be scared of her gender. V for Vendetta graphic novel is so prescient, right? I can't believe, and it's much better than Miracle Man or Marvel Man. Get rid of the world, whatever China and the UN back in their places. Yeah, I agree. Listen, I think, but you are saying Trump and or DeSantis. I think if DeSantis is smart, he's going to sit this out. Why? Because they could run. The Republicans could run Abraham Lincoln and the Democrats could run a sausage. And the sausage would win while this ballot harvesting operation is going on. Now, they lost their funding for it, apparently, from the FTX scandal. That's where all the money laundering is going to. It will pay for this ballot harvesting. Right, so I don't know how they're going to fund it, but they got to find a way of funding it. So if he's smart, and I believe he is, he knows it's hopeless, right? He might as well send Trump up and see if he finds a way of breaking it, and then Trump will be nice to him as well. Like his career is set up. Also, he should just stay in Florida, right? Florida needs a safe place to be. America needs a safe place. And Florida's the closer you're getting. Also, girlier, better dressed. Yes. More of Polly. I think she's going to be a Rose. My guess is she's going to be a Rose. But wait. Let me finish the chat, then we'll start getting to the article. Well, first we'll watch the video, and we'll get the articles. Who else was saying hello to? Philip Bogart, hello to you. Em is here. How you doing, Em? Something around Substack newsletter. You are correct, Darren M. He is absolutely right. She is 18. I know. Blimey. X-Men 577 is here. By the way, I was catching up on what I missed. Loved the beginning of the episode. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. He was telling me she's 18. 18's on. Okay, once you're legal, you're legal. I'm not touching her. I'm lusting over her. It's completely different. And you know, no, Millie Gibson, Millie, not Minnie Gibson. Nothing Minnie about this young lady, let me tell you. And of course, I'm talking about her talent. Tell me more about your talent, darling. Yeah, Doctor, why do I have to go to the planet of the sexy schoolgirls? We'd have to go there. Okay, that's what he sounded his voice was going to be like. General Lang is here. I'm curious to see the Daleks redesigns or updates coming from what I heard. Yes, I'm excited too. Happy days are here again, says PD Rich. You are right. You are right. She's 18. So listen, next year she'll be 19. When I see her more, she'll grow up. It's okay. But and she's like, you can stay with the show for a few years, darling. Okay, you have a good range. Okay, you're not running out early. Okay, your batteries are set for full. Fine. With that. Let's see the introduction. I of course they're going to copyright strike me for this, right? Of course they're going to copyright strike me, but you know we have to do it anyway. Let's see the introduction of what was it? No, wrong one. Hang on. That was my what's the name? My short I put out just before Sam was saying, please don't have a penis. I'm very glad she doesn't.
Further ado, I'm not going yet. Without further ado,
I tell you, these special effects are much better than they normally are. Right? It's normally like it's like somebody doesn't know what they're doing. This looks kind of cool.
The Doctor's newest companion.
Is this a hint what the new TARDIS materialization is going to be like, you think? Because look, it looks very Tom Bakery, doesn't he? Time Tunnel as well, if that's the title. Who did that, you reckon? Was that BBC or was that Bad Wolf? That's bad. Key, this is the thing you got to pay attention to as a Doctor Who fan, right? That could be a hint of what the opening is going to be. What the time tunnel is going to be. It looks very Tom Baker to me. Also, I have to tell you, I like them using Whittaker's TARDIS shell. That TARDIS shell will always look good.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
They're in there. Now,
who is this? Okay, it looks like Sarah Green, but can't be.
We're going to knock. Companion.
I mean, really, if it's not Sarah Green, it's the same person, just a different face, right?
Are you in there? Here she is.
Oh! And she looks freaking gorgeous. I'm sorry. Oh my God, her outfit's fantastic. She looks smoking fucking gorgeous. Oh! Again, it's not just I'm lusting over her. This is me cavelling, and that's a Jewish word you should know. Cavelling means when a Jew is happy, he cavels. So, the chicken soup is so good, I cavell over it. Now, I like my chicken soup this Friday night, by the way. Very much like my grandmother's. Nobody else liked it, just me. I cavelled over it, right? What am I cavelling over? Again, a normalization of normative heterosexual beauty. Plus her tits. Yeah, I wish we could be saying the same thing. Oh, hug me. Oh, and I like it that she's short as well. That kind of turns me on. I don't know why. Billy Gibson!
Wow. Billy, how are you?
My goodness. I'm sorry, I just stroked your head. Don't be
Well, listen, I want to too. I'm not going to touch her. Obviously, she's only 18. No, everybody, no. Fantasy world. But yes, of course you want to stroke her hair. Tell you, if I listen to things like that, we would all be in trouble.
It's all right.
You're the Doctor's new companion.
Oh, I can't believe it myself. I've had to keep it that much of a secret. This has been the first time I've actually believed it, so...
It's
Okay, I like the way she's very naturalistic, right? I've never seen it in Corrie, right? I like that she's very naturalistic. I like that she's Mel from Mel and Sue says Speedy Richard. I only vaguely know what that means. They've repainted and related Joe to the exterior. Yeah, I noticed that. Actually, the police box and the thing on the caption thing on the door, that looks very much like from the Tom Baker era to me, right? Anyway, they seem going full Tom Baker. Yeah, no, as I said, she I think she's very, very hot, but it's very naturalistic. I think she's going to be very much like Rose.
incredible. I'm so
And I think the publicity photos with them two together are going to look fantastic, right? I think they're going to look sexy, exciting, and fun, right? I think they're just going to look absolutely fantastic, right? Yeah. Colin Archer's here. He said the reveal came in the middle of Nerf on the stream last night. I imagine it would do. Right, lucky old Nerf of it. Well, listen. Luckily, I'm a rabbi, not priest. So I can express my maybe more relatable lust than more freely. Speaking of which, I think God just punished me because I've taken the piss.
incredible. I'm so
What an entrance. How does it feel to be joining one of the biggest shows in the world?
Oh, yeah. That she's joining the biggest show in the world when it's about to be its biggest ever.
It's insane. I mean, I'm so honoured that it was even considered for an audition, so that's enough for me. But
okay, saying all the right things. Humble. I like it. And insanely hot. Okay, you don't need to be as humble because you're insanely hot.
You had to audition
Yeah.
out of Corrie. So
Yeah.
we've seen you in Corrie and thought, right, bring her
yeah,
in.
why the hell not? See what she can do.
That's amazing.
But no, I just hope I can, make you all happy and fill the...
Oh, don't you do? You have no idea, darling. Oh my God, make us happy. Really? I mean, okay. All young ladies out there, that's the right thing to say. Oh my God, you made me so happy. You made a happy man very old. Let me tell you. Oh my God. Oh, you just hope you can make me happy. Really? I think you just did.
boots of the other companions, so...
Oh my God,
Further
really?
ado, I'm not going yet.
That's amazing.
But no, I
Darling, you can fit Paris stilettos anytime.
just hope I can, make you all happy and fill the boots of
Oh, say that again. Say that again, baby.
the other companions, so...
Oh, I love it. I love it. Guys, this audience looks so English. Hi, this is what English people look like. Stay away. You just want to find celebrity.
Millie. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to ask you this.
Oh, go on.
Can you tell us the name of the character that you're going to be playing? Is that allowed?
So I will be playing a character called Ruby.
Okay, why are they holding the Jodie Sonic? Okay, it looked like a sex toy all the time. What's the name of the new companion? Which I guess when I saw the post from RTD.
Called Ruby Sunday.
Ruby
Such
Sunday.
a cool name, that. I was buzzing with that.
That's amazing. Is it Sunday with an AY or an AE on the end? Like the chocolate?
You know what, that I can't tell you. I can't tell you that
We've not
bit.
seen it written down yet.
It's just gonna be fun. I'm sorry. I mean, they may be platforming ideas as well. That's what all good writing does. I think it's mainly gonna be fun. Right? That's the takeaway. It sounds like it's Ruby Sunday. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope the character will not be any time in the last 40 odd years. It's going to be contemporary, right? It's going to be from right now, I think. Again, she is the audience, right? She is the audience. David's using the Sonic dildo in the comic ties. Yeah, I saw. Right, again, the use of the comic tie-in is so clever, I have to say. 1 second. And of course, in my headcanon, the Sonic dildo is a spillover from the the faux pocket universe created by the toy maker or whoever is going to turn out to be to enable this faux regeneration to be posted upon the Doctor. Sally Wagonbladder's here. If only she'd be called Ruby Tuesday, yes.
Absolutely amazing. And, of course, just as an extra to give him a mention, because my daughter goes there, you went through the Oldham Theatre Workshop.
Yes, oh my gosh.
little girl
And I tell you what, I couldn't have got here without them. It's an amazing...
Honestly, I think if you become this successful, this quickly, this young in life, it's not just you look hot. I think she must be the full package. I really believe that this is just going to be a great vote. This is going to be great TV. It might not be what you want for Doctor Who, right? It might not be what you want for Doctor Who. It's going to be great, very contemporary TV, right? This is what, and when I say contemporary good TV. This is going to, I think this is actually going to be one of the most influential shows coming up in the next decade, right? I think this is going to try to show the way out of the wasteland. I hope. She's genuinely nervous. I like that. I'm not being creepy, but I like that she's treating this with reverence, right? Why? Because I treat it with reverence. I'm a weirdo.
Well, we cannot wait to see you on the show.
Oh,
Thanks for joining us tonight, Billy Gibson, everybody.
Yeah, she has no idea what's coming. She has no freaking idea what's going to come. Fine, let's start reading the articles about her. Not going to hold my breath for after Davies. I think it's going to be good, right? I've said this many times. I think it's going to be good. I think this is a very good sign. It's going to be good. Again, somebody sexy. It's like, it's been a long time, right? Since there's been somebody sexy. Which article should I read first? I got a bunch of them. Why Ruby Sunday is Doctor's the youngest companion ever? Let's start with that. There you go. Share screen. Again, that she's hot, I think, is a good thing. I have to tell you. Crap out of the way. Oh, leave me alone. Andor, piece of shit. Oh, actually, Andor kind of slowly tunneled its way into being a watchable show. Weirdly enough. But it's just like, it's too late now. It would have been a good 2-hour movie. As a 10-hour TV show, it's boring as fuck. Look at her. Looks hot. Okay, it looks hot. Why Ruby Sunday is Doctor Who's youngest companion ever? Because she's the youngest companion ever. British actress, and I like her height ratio to Ncuti Gatwa. That works really well, by the way. And I bet this is one of the things they thought about. I'd love to see them working against Daleks, right? She looks like she's going to be fun. I'm thinking she's going to be a cross between Jo Grant and Rose, right? Imagine that, right? I sent the wrong links. Thank you. There we go. 1 second. Copy. There you go. Doink. There you go. Where are we up to? Now I've lost my screen. StreamYard. Man, I can't believe I saw there. I think it was going to be a cross between Jo Grant and Rose. Right, I think very contemporary. Again, I like the height balance. I know it's a silly thing to talk about, but I really do. British actress Millie Gibson and cast as a new companion, Ruby Sunday. Must be AY then for Doctor Who season 14, making her youngest companion yet. Yes, and still very spankable. Okay. Millie Gibson is a cast of Ruby Sunday, companion to Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor. In Doctor Who season 4 Regeneration is a blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. Born in 2004. Fuck me. She's actually younger than my kids. Okay, you're still spankable. Sorry. Okay, you're still spankable. That's just the way it is. I'm not touchable. Spankable. Very different. She's on the borderline, though. Let me tell you. She's won popular critical acclaim for the role, awarded Best Young Actor at the British Soap Awards in 2022. Casting decision means returning Doctor Who showrunner is once again demonstrating its ambition for the show. I do agree. Right, choosing actress who's already earning recognition for her skill. Gibson also breaks the Doctor Who record for the youngest companion to date. Fine. Okay. No. Picture download. Let's see if we can reload this. I mean, we want to see all the pictures. Production for Doctor Who season 14 will begin in December 22 with Millie Gibson aged just 18. This makes her Gibson the youngest companion to date, smashing the record held by Matthew Waterhouse. Wow, are those two very different people? Wow. Those two are just very, very different people. That's it's remarkable how different people they are, but they're very different. So he played when Adric was 14 with the fourth and fifth Doctors. Russell Davies always tended to use companions as an audience surrogate. Yes. So Ruby Sunday points to the demographic Davies attempting reach. Yes. Recent seasons Doctor Who have felt that they were aimed at hardcore Doctor Who fans, with the Centenary Special Power Doctor even featuring return of companions from the 80s. Davies is clearly taking a very different approach, aiming at new young viewers. Yes. Oh, she's so fucking hot. I mean, really? Oh, she's so fucking hot. And let me just re-say this again. Oh, she's so fucking hot. Millie Gibson shows Doctor Who is a British. Millie Gibson shows Doctor Who is still a very British TV series. Yes, and that I think is going to be the appeal of it, right? I think it's going to be just. You know how like Power Rangers was big because it was just like weird and different and fun? I think the same sort of thing. I think this is going to be unapologetically British and unapologetically weirdly Doctor Who. Oh, I think it's going to be great Doctor Who. I'm sorry. I know some of you out there disagree and say I shouldn't be excited. I really think this is going to be great Doctor Who. That's what I'm hoping. And even if it's not, it's going to be bloody purdy. International dispute of Doctor Who is moving to Disney Plus, with some Whovians had grown concerned this would mean that it would lose its distinctive British edge. I never did. The cousin Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday is reassuring. Therefore, she is an actress who, until now, has only gained recognition in the UK. Yeah, this is so big for her career, right? So she's only 18. How long has she been in this show? Was she like one? Is she like one of the kids? Is she like Pete Bill's kid? Or I can't. Yeah, no, I mean, not Pete Bill. What's his name? The guy who's been in it since he was a kid. Yeah, is this on his kids on Corrie? I know, but and what she brought over from Phil Coulson as well. He was the producer on Corrie. I'm not sure if he's obviously not now. So he's on Doctor Who. By the way, you can see on screen the addition of Beef and Dead I was reading. Freaking awesome! It's so prescient. It's incredible. Anyway. Well, so it's in Corrie, bigger shows in the UK. She feels like a prestigious choice to many British viewers, but internationals will be introduced to Gibson with Doctor Who. Yeah, same as Shooty, I think, right? Oh, no, Shooty's in Sex Education. This feels almost like a promise from Russell Davies and BBC itself that Doctor Who is still quintessentially British, even with Disney Plus in the mix. I hadn't really thought about it that way, but yeah. Yeah. I think that is the case, right? Again, because I was never worried, really. The announcement was so. What's this with her being the youngest? What's the difference? The announcement was perfectly timed. I can't wait to see the publicity pictures of them two together. By the way, them announcing them, you know what that might mean? That they're about to start location filming, and they're going to be, and you're going to see snaps of them together. That could be. Oh, I wonder if we're going to see his outfit. Oh, if he's going to be running around in the tenant outfit for a bit, right? But that means we're going to see location filming, I think. That's why they announced everybody else. Or maybe he's just keeping up interest. Well, why announcing on the 18th? Right? This is a weird time to. Although interest is like you had all the interest from Doctor Who magazine that died down, and now this is maybe it's just you can't tease us for this whole year. Maybe he's gonna. Bloody hell. Russell, you're a naughty boy. The announcement was perfectly timed to coincide with the annual Children Need campaign. Yes, very clever. And occurring just weeks before the filming of season 14 begins, with Gibson will have inevitably been spotted. Little is known about Gibson's new role companion. She wouldn't even confirm the character's name was spelled when speaking of Children Need. With that detail only being revealed by the official BBC press release published later. No doubt more will be learned when Doctor Who begins production again. Yeah, I think so too. I do think so too. Who's Millie Gibson? Super hot. Okay, fine. So she's Ruby Sunday. Next one. Okay, blah blah blah. From the moment she okay, here we go. The lucky actor was it next has been announced, and they will act opposite shooting up. Were the lucky actor, Coronation Street alum and fan favorite Millie Gibson. Oh, Gibson Carson. Got was said. Okay. Millie just is the companion. Millie just is the companion. I think I can't get the Scottish. Millie just is the companion. She is full of talent. I can really see. He's got a lot of enthusiasm, strength, and a cheeky sparkle in her eye. Is sharp as a razor. From the moment she walked in the room, she captured all of her attention. Oh, certainly did with me, with her effervescence, and then her solidified that attention with a sheer talk of her talent. Okay, talk my talent, baby. This adventure is going to be so wild and fun. I cannot wait to sell the universe to Millie. Oh man, I'm with you, baby. I am with you. Meanwhile, returning showrunner Rusty Davies revealed he had been a fan of Gibson work on Karney Shomron. This is, I think, how he does cast people. This is how Yasmin Finney got cast. Oh, Yasmin Finney is not the companion. Fuck! Oh, we can have that gone at last. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yasmin Finney is not the companion. Jesus fucking Christ! I mean, really? Okay, how is that not spankable? Really? That's crazy. I mean, I think we need to zoom in. Okay, I think on behalf of the science, right? We need to. Oh God, she's so hot. This is obscene. Look, I'm only flesh and blood. What do you want of me? Okay, how am I supposed not to lust? I'll be like, really? Oh man, it'll be like being caught in a bouncy castle. Oh gosh, she's so hot. I love that. Yeah, she caught my attention too with her effervescence. Okay. Fortunately, I will maintain my professionalism. Don't worry. No rabbis were harmed in the film. Look at this. Oh, again, it's like I know I'm doing a stream, but every time I keep looking at her, I keep like melting in. Like, really? Yes. Anything you say? I know she's 18, and I know this is perfect. I think it's okay to lust over. All right, I think it's okay. Not touch. No touching. That's bad, right? That's bad. Looking at, well, she doesn't seem like she's opposed to it here. I don't feel like I'm intruding, right? This is not like a Pam and Tommy tape, right? Millie Gibson is an actress best known for ITV soap opera roles, from Corrie as troubled teen Keely Neelan. Oh, you troubled. Let me wipe your furrowed brow. I will take care of you. Do you have daddy issues? Okay, really? It's okay. It's okay. You can tell me about them. Let me just go back to this picture. Oh, thank you. Fine. So, it could be said at this point, I might be going off the rails. That might be, that might be said. That could be happening. But for good reason. But fortunately, I have somewhat of a responsible adult who will come in and yank my chain. When things get out of hand. Now, to do this, you have to get a regal personage. I don't just jump at anybody's beck and call. However, if you are of royal blood, I am at your disposal at all times. The royalty, of course, we can find is Birmingham's King. I started thinking about her again. Billy Gibson again. I really did. Birmingham's King of the Keys. Listen, not as good as Billy Gibson. Dan Hadley from the Spacebook. How you doing?
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Are you okay, mate? How's your temperature?
Yeah, happy days are here again, baby. Happy days are here again.
Let me tell you, I could audibly hear your sigh of relief when you logged on.
Oh. It was more than that. I mean, okay, it's not that she was just like human shaped, okay? She's actually hot. And so, like, there's enormous. Okay, I've worried for a long time for young men out there, right? They keep getting shown like Sports Illustrated or whatever with fat, ugly chicks, like everywhere. And they keep saying, this is hot, right? It's not. Okay.
Not. No.
Yeah,
no.
what's on here? Okay, let me just. This is for the young men out there, okay?
Yes.
Russell. Thank you. This is what hot looks like, okay? If you're aroused by this, you're normal.
That's the first picture I've seen of her where she doesn't look like a child. She looks like a grown woman there. She looks beautiful.
Really,
lovely looking woman.
If they have to go to the planet of the erotic schoolgirl uniforms, that's fine by me. Don't get me wrong, right? Whatever Russell thinks is okay.
These things are bound to happen now and again, aren't they?
Yes,
law of averages.
Exactly.
Law of averages. So it's fair to say you're happy then, buddy.
I mean, look, Russell T. Davies is clearly here to play, right?
He knows
Sonny
the
from
score.
Dads in like supercharged, crazily. He's he's taking no risks whatsoever, and I think it's going to be super popular because he's going to be leaning into what's Doctor Who. It's going to be goofy and funny and sexy. I think they're going to look so good on the publicity pictures together.
Depending on who you talk to, Shooty is a risk, but I don't believe is a risk. You can't take somebody who has 5 billion followers on Instagram and is in one of the biggest shows on TV and really call that a risk. But I'm aware that some people are still frosty towards him.
I can't imagine how he's going to play it. Right? I can't visualize it yet.
That's
but
exciting.
I trust him. Like, show me what you want. Right? I'm very open. Right? I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean. There's a video just been released about an hour ago of Shooty and Millie together, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet. I've sent it to you.
Oh,
and it's a Q&A thing. So I've sent it to you.
Oh, well, let me get this right now. Where would you send it to? Facebook?
It's to your Facebook Messenger. But other than that, even the still image of them together, they look so comfortable together. They just look so right together.
Here, let me see if I can find it on YouTube, because that way I can download it. YouTube. If not, we'll watch it through here.
I mean, she's a very beautiful young woman. She's the first companion that I'm more inclined to say, are you sure you're going to be all right getting home? Do you need a lift back from the club? Rather than, she makes me feel quite paternal. But that picture you just put up, she looks about 30 there. She looks about 30 on the picture She looks about 30 on the picture you just put up. But all the other ones I've seen of her, she looks really young.
She does, but she looks kind of,
so sweet.
A better word, spunky. Yeah. But you that's very much the demographic they're going for.
Yeah. Have you played the video yet of last night on
the introduction? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice Mel Gideroyk said the current Dr. David Tennant? The current Dr. David Tennant.
I only got the 2-minute clip.
Oh, okay. I've seen the full
that
thing. It's very funny.
Oh, I haven't seen it here. I'm just downloading this thing. The Q&A. Oh, I can't wait to see the Q&A. It was great. I want to see their
rapport. Yeah,
fine,
me
so
too.
It's going to take 3 minutes to download. Fine,
Yes,
fine,
so
fine,
the
fine.
whole thing, I subjected myself to longer of Children in Need than I have done in some years, and it was as excruciating as I felt it would be. But it was quite funny because they'd got the big diamond logo up, mate. They'd got that up, and they were playing the Russell T Davies version of the theme in the run up to it. And then they got it on, and they said, now, of course, Shooter Gatwa, he'll be taking the role when the current Dr. David Tennant leaves. And she said it so forcefully, the presenter. Did you hear me? The current Doctor, it's safe to watch. It was brilliant.
Yeah, look, it's when I tell people David Tennant's coming back, they're like, really? They're like, oh, I'll watch that. Like, everyone is like that. And then, like, it's on Disney Plus. So it's gonna be huge. This is like, for somebody he could just rest on his career. He could keep making interesting gay men dramas for the rest of his life and getting awards and being, pundits, right? This is what I love about Rusty Davies. This is his commercial side, right? He wants to be successful, right? This is very populist success, and I'm all for it.
There are still people who don't quite get it. You've got a message in the chat here from a woman called Sally Wagenblatt. Unless that could be, is that a pseudonym? Yeah. Is that who says that David Tennant's the current Dr. Smith and Capaldi don't exist now? I don't know what that means.
No. Okay, so Sally, this is what happened. You didn't see it because it was the end of Jodie. Jodie regenerated into David, right? Somehow, we don't know. So let's get that basically go and explain what's going on. You can go from Capaldi, like somebody's done a great fan edit. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, he sent it to me as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You have Capaldi regenerate going, boom, goes in David. This is my take on it for right now until we find out more what's going on. That the entire Jodie thing takes place in a pocket universe created to weaken the Doctor to allow this David Tennant to be superimposed on the regeneration. Some parts of it have leaked out. That's why we have the console room and the thing, which are all going to be changed in the comic strip anyway. So when you go back to it, when it's on what's it called again? When it comes back on next year on Disney Plus, it's just going to be fresh Doctor Who, right? Trying to work out what's going on. He's just regenerated and he's back as David Tennant, trying to work out what's going on, right? And he's going to bump into Donna, probably.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Fine. Yeah, let's download it. Let's have a look at this thing.
Ooh.
I am very excited because every Doctor needs their wonderful companion, and I would like to welcome mine to the TARDIS.
Hello, my name is Millie Gibson, and I'm going to play Ruby Sunday, the Doctor's companion in the new series of Doctor Who.
Millie, what are your earliest memories of Doctor Who?
Well,
so their dynamics for okay, she's normal. His dynamic is different, right? I think I'm gonna again. I'm having trouble imagining it. I'm playful.
Like you say, she seems like a really normal, everyday young woman. Look at the way she's swaying from side to side. My stepdaughter used to do that when she was that age. And but he is like, look at him. He's got the same kind of physicality that Matt Smith's got. He's slightly unusual.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah. It's again. I think he's going to have a swagger. That's what I imagine him having some kind of like. I think he's okay. Here's how I imagine him playing it: somewhat vulnerable in real life with the swagger that he can put on, that he normally does put.
No,
on.
I agree. Do you remember that quote that Tom Baker? It's always said about Tom Baker that the man can't even enter a room naturally. It's always exaggerated. Yeah. It's always a performance. I don't think there's many doctors that are like that. I'd say Tom Baker is absolutely like that. I'd say Pertwee was like that in a much more showy way, and I think Matt Smith was like that, and perhaps Shooter Gat was like that too. I don't know.
Yeah, David Tennant could have come in a room naturally. Yeah, no, Peter, if you were saying the same thing, that they're only using the Rusty Davies intro now.
Yeah,
right.
You could hear it.
But
in
anyway,
that as
fine.
well.
Let's see what they got to say.
I was brought up on the Tennant and Matt Smith era. It was crossed between them two. So I always remember Amy Pond. Oh, and that sort of era anyway. But yeah.
He's so young. Will you stop?
He's a baby.
Like, he's younger than my kids.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is going to be hard perving on her, but I think I can manage. Okay, don't worry.
No, it was always something me and my dad watched, and I just remember thinking there is nothing else like this program, and there still isn't.
What do you know about the Doctor?
The Doctor is really handsome, and he's an alien with two hearts in human form.
What makes the Doctor's companion such a good role?
Oh well.
Okay, seeing them together, it's kind of gelling for me already. How about you?
Me too. I'm also picking up. He's definitely more Scots in his accent than Rwandan.
Right, but it's that interesting blend of both. And I like his physicality. He's very playful, right?
Yeah.
He's got this like kind of like and I think put that.
I like that he's 30 years old, so he's far older than Matt Smith was when he began playing it. But he actually seems younger, and I would imagine that.
Younger.
Yeah, he does feel younger. Yeah,
He's right. I mean, honestly, she is the target audience, right? And
I agree.
I think they can be, because this is an audience that has absolutely nothing. I have to be honest, like, they have no culture whatsoever, right? This is the target audience, I hope it hits. I think it's gonna be huge. Anyway, let's carry on.
They are the eyes into your world, and they are the audience eyes to see what will happen in your universe. And I think throughout time you realise that the Doctor needs the companion just as the companion needs the Doctor.
Tell us why you...
Yeah, no, okay. A central thing about Rusty Davies' initial conception of Doctor, which I think they're going back to now, is that it's about two people connecting and being free. It's like that bond, that friendship between Sarah Jane Smith and the Doctor, right? That bond.
Yes.
Where they just, and they very much did that with Rose and Eccleston, and also with Tennant, right? I could sort of see that happening with these two, right? Why are you excited to play?
Are excited to play the companion?
I'm too overwhelmed, really, so I'm buzzing. I can't wait.
Well, just to follow up on that, as soon as you left the room for your audition, I was like, Russell, that is the companion. The companion.
Oh, don't.
Just magic. You are magic. You're going to be magic. Where were you when you found out you got the role?
By the way, here, I just want to do it here. Look at that glance he just gave.
Where were you?
Yes.
You're going to be magic.
There, that is a look that can fill a young girl with confidence, right? That really is. And I think we could. Yes, I think.
More to the point, for our interest, though, let me look at the charisma that man's got. Makes you sick.
Yes, and it's something different, right? This is why it's Doctor Who for me, right? Doctor Who is always burningly different, burningly unique. And again, Pertwee to Tom Baker to Eccleston to Capaldi, they Seth McCoy, they're all very different and they're all very unique and they're all very. It's okay, right? We got a new. This is finally like pushing Doctor Who forward. This is where this is what they've been trying to do since Matt Smith, basically, right? I think they
perhaps.
Don't get me wrong, love Capaldi. Wish he was regenerating now. I want to live in that alternate universe, right?
Where Capaldi played the part for 7 years. No, I completely agree with you. And I think that the best stab they had at pushing it forward. The more I think about what you've just said, the more I agree with you. The best chance they ever had of that was Capaldi with Bill, but it wasn't there for long enough. It did gel, but it didn't. I think we were aware that there should have been more of that, and that would have pushed the show forward.
Yeah, needed more time, right? Yeah.
Where were you when you found out you got the role?
I just had a spray tan.
Okay.
She's great.
Right.
Come on, priorities.
Exactly.
Priorities.
Exactly. And my agents were like, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I was like, "I've just done a spray tan. I'm trying not to cry it off."
You know, I love that because I was going into the barber shop when I found out that.
No. See?
We're all right
Priorities,
there. We're all right
priorities.
there. Did you tell?
Yeah, look, I think this is going to be a Sarah Jane Smith, Fourth Doctor, real Bond, right? Now I want to watch some of those that season 14. I really do. I think this is going to be great.
Yeah.
There's going to be two friends having fun in time and space. This is going to be awesome.
Tell anyone?
Yes, I told my mum. So when I first left the tanning salon, I got into the car and I was like, Don't start the car yet. Let me just put my bags in the back. And she went, "Oh my God, what's happened? What has happened? What has happened?" And I went, No, I've got it. And she just went, "Oh my God," and started crying her eyes out. But I was like, "Mum, you cannot say a thing," and that was hard for her because she was a Scouser, so.
Millie, please tell us.
I'm so sold, okay? I'm so freaking sold by this.
If this is what she can bring to the role, I mean, if this is what Ruby's going to be like.
It's this effervescence. It's fun. Oh God! Can you remember when Doctor Who was fun? It's been
Just
so
about.
long. It's been so long. Like Capaldi should have been fun, but that was hampered by like the weirdos in BBC.
Yeah,
right.
Every time it got there, every time it got close, they pulled it away again.
Right. He should have had a good 2 years of just having fun. Oh.
Wonderful TARDIS for a spin.
Well, the first one was I really wanted to do the the witches era, but Jodie Whittaker did that. Stole my idea. But I would love to take it to ancient Egypt. The pyramids.
Yes.
Do a bit of Cleopatra.
Oh my God!
Have
Get
a
a
moment.
suntan.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Russell.
We're looking at you, son. Right. Don't forget, the new episodes of Doctor Who will be exclusively on the BBC in the UK and Disney Plus in the rest of the world.
Don't forget that which we constantly tell you and plug. Don't forget, only $9.99 a month. There's new Doctor Who.
I tell you what, though, even these things, he's about to tell us to follow the Doctor Who YouTube channel. Usually, when people tell you that,
so much better.
Yeah, he's not got a face you want to slap. It's a start.
It really is, isn't it? It's so strange.
Yeah. And I don't mean any Jodie fans out there. I don't mean literally slap.
Yeah, no, obviously, but like, really, this charm. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I like honestly, what do people like? Yeah, I was just doing this article with there. I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, it's just this absence of charm for so long. It really is. It's so bizarre. Let's go back to this. Fuck, it's crazy.
It's great to see the Doctor back, even if it's just that glimmer in his eyes there, because obviously that was Shooty Gatwa talking, not the Doctor, but you could see the Doctor in there.
You could see the rapport.
Yeah.
You could see the charm. I don't know what this is going to be, but I have a much better idea what they're going to be. He's going to be very playful. He's going to be a very physically okay. Yeah, I think it's like it's going to be like Sylvester McCoy a little bit. It's a very physical performance. That's what I imagine.
That's what we need. We need as much energy, physicality, and charisma as is possible for them to just unleash all over the screen.
I think he can run. Right, I think he can run down a corridor. With,
well, he spends enough time. He spends enough time in the gym on the old treadmill. So
this is a very good-looking Doctor companion pair as well, right? I mean, see, here's the thing. I think they're hitting all cylinders. It's going to have the quirky Britishness. It's going to have the very Doctor Who-iness, right? Of it. It's going to be very much itself, which I think is going to make it popular. Plus, it's going to be super sexy. Plus, so it's got the dads in. Plus, it's getting the kids in. Really, it's found a way of appealing to everybody right now.
Yeah, I know it's early days. But they haven't put a foot wrong so far.
I mean, really, it's really. I mean, which demographic are they not hitting so far? Right, they got gay men clearly. Like Shooter's a good-looking lad. Yeah, they got kids. They got dads. They got everyone.
Yeah, No, I completely agree.
Anyway, so she's 18 years old. She was born in 2004. Okay, very strange.
Bloody hell.
So she was briefly starred in she was in the CBB series, television series, Jamie Johnson in the role of Indira from 2017-2018. Then she appeared in Love, Lies and Records. Later appeared in drama Butterfly. So how old is she then? So 2017.
She's 18 and she's been in Coronation Street for 3 years.
Yeah, so this is a kid. So she she started when she was 13, essentially. In 2019, she was cast in a breakout role as Keely Nealon in ITV's soap opera Coronation Street. So she will be she's 18. She's 16 then. She must have played a kid then. The daughter of gangster Rick Nealon, Keely went on to be involved in a dramatic storyline following the aftermath of Rick's murder, before she was also involved in a high-profile hate crime storyline. Okay. After this, Gibson won acclaim for her performance as Keely during the scenes depicting the character's mother's death. Okay, so I think she can probably bring it. I really do.
Seems that way.
Sorry?
Seems that way to me. I went and Googled her because I don't watch Coronation Street. I'd never heard of this girl, never seen her do anything. I went and looked on YouTube, saw some Coronation Street clips, and the things that I saw were very, very positive. In Coronation Street, it's not everybody. It's certainly not my cup of tea. I never liked it anyway, but she was really, really good in these clips that I watched. I can't deny it.
Yeah, no, this is reason to be excited. I'm just trying to find the publicity thing. Millie Gibson Shuti Gatwa. Picture. Okay, firstly, again, I know this is churlish. I like the side boob. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. I don't want to. Here we go. We'll go for a better view. There you go. Again, look. It looks like it's going to be fun. They look relaxed. They look happy. It doesn't look forced. Oh, that's what it is. It doesn't look forced, right? And it's looked forced for so long, right? It's looked forced for so freaking long.
Doesn't he look comfortable? Just laying there against that box like that.
And he's about to start working the role.
When we saw him,
I think they announced the cast. Yeah.
When we saw him unveiled in May, if you remember, it was on the red carpet with Russell, and we've seen him now and again ever since. And he's always seemed, he still seemed nervous. This is the first time where he looks very at home with what he's doing, very sure of what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he's got used to where he is as.
Yeah.
I honestly, that he had to put in a performance since he's clearly regenerated. We've seen like a line with him, right? Yeah. I think he seems to be the type of actor that wouldn't do a thing without really knowing what he's doing, right? Like it's the same thing with Matt Smith. Like by the time he did that regeneration scene, even though his portrayal evolved somewhat, right? Quite a lot from that early one, but he still had a really good handle on that doctor, right? On what his doctor was and how it was different. It was fun. Man, if we could just been regenerated from Capaldi now, what great position would all be in, right? Wouldn't it be great?
It would have been perfect, I think.
Okay, so has there been any pushback that you've seen online?
Not that I've seen.
Really? I'm surprised.
There's people, I haven't spent a great deal of time on the social media side, but there are people questioning the fact that, a soap actress, which I would have thought by now that there wouldn't be people saying that because of Jenna Coleman, because of Freema Agyeman.
Listen, in all fairness, what's her name? Was a super soap actor. It was like the epitome of soap actresses. Droopy draws, always miserable.
Yeah, Mandy Gill. Yeah,
Mandy Gill.
Both Mandy Gill and Tosin Cole were from Hollyoaks. They hadn't been in it for very long, but they were in it for a while. And Jenna Coleman was in Emmerdale for a few years, and Freema Rajaman was in Crossroads for a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, but listen, you take firstly, it was Crossroads what it was when it was first on. Did they have the same reputation? Does it still have a Benny in it?
It didn't have a Benny in it. I mean, this is going back 20 years now. They bought it back in 2000, and it ran till about 2003, and it was still quite low budget. They filmed it in Nottingham, but they'd given it a kind of dynasty gloss. So the lead character, the woman who owned the hotel, it wasn't a motel, it was a hotel. So the old motel had been demolished, and this big Crossroads hotel had been built in its place. And the woman who owned it was played by Jane Asher, who, in the 60s and the 70s was a big actress. And there was some bigger names in it, but it was on, I think it was on 4 evenings a week at around 6 o'clock. And Freema Rajaman played this sort of man-eating maid. Yeah. I wish I'd have watched more of it looking back.
Well, again, listen,
called Lola. Her name was Lola in that.
I don't mind somebody starting in soaps, but it really seemed that Amanda Gill, that was her place in life. She'd reached to the... she's exceeded her abilities in life at that point. She
has.
Listen, I just think this is good news for the future movie.
It really is. I'm thrilled by this. Really am.
Fine. Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, fine. So listen, I've just come back online after being off for Sabbath.
Yes.
I was going to look at headlines. Do you want to hang around for that?
I'll hang around for another 10 minutes if you're going to look at something else.
Yeah, let's see.
Believe it or not, I'm doing another show at 8 o'clock with Chris Bowles and Matt Pott. So yeah, the artist formerly known as Bowles Trek. So we're doing a show at 8 o'clock. You're welcome to come and.
You've done what part of House Day already?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did the podcast earlier on with Charlotte and Sarah, but I was already doing this with Chris and Matt anyway. So we're just going to have a casual chat, go through some physical media, and have a laugh for an hour or so. But yeah, that's what I'm up to at 8 o'clock. But I'll hang around for a bit longer.
Well, I saw everyone on your stream was very excited about this news as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's all just good news, right? It's all just good news. Okay. Let's see what's going on around. In seemingly dig at Taika Waititi, Thor star Chris Hemsworth says he refuses to work with more mad genius directors. Listen, mate. Look, I didn't see that last Thor movie. I have to tell you though, I saw that. What's the name? Black Adam was available to illegally download. I'm like, fine, You know what? I'll download it home and I'll pay for a cinema ticket, right? So it's all fair, right? Started watching it, only got 10 minutes in before I fell asleep. I was like I'm not paying for that. Stop. Have you seen it?
No, Black Adam was the one I was most excited about, and yet I haven't gone to the cinema to see it. I don't know why. I seem to have gone. I was crushed with disappointment by the Batman earlier this year. I don't think I've recovered from it, to be truthful.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, look. Movies have to be good to get you to go. Like, I'll go for Mission Impossible, right? I trust Tom Cruise, but that's about it, right? Is there anything coming out that upcoming?
No, well, they're all focused on. Well, actually, no, they're not. Come to think of it, but I would imagine the studios put a lot of money into it. The Avatar: Way of the Water film's out soon, and that does seem to be
really genuinely. Who gives a shit?
They're pushing it pretty hard, but I'm struggling to find anybody who really cares.
Yeah, no, it missed its moment, right?
I feel so. Yeah, I could be wrong. Cameron has proven us wrong before, hasn't he? But I think that it's 14 years.
I'll be surprised if they get me to the cinema set. Okay, Marvel's not a chance. Just like not a chance.
No.
Spider Universe, maybe. I like that first one. When's it coming out? Is a question. That first one was very good. That's like June. No Way Ant-Man. Guardians, probably not. I'm looking forward to the Christmas special that's coming out. When is that? And listen, it depends on
that could be a laugh.
I like James Gunn a lot, right? I like James Gunn a lot. I think his taking over the DCU is fantastic. It's a very good news. But I don't think I think this is done. I think Disney has foolishly made its brand's TV fare, right? The Marvel movies are for TV.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't bother even watching them on TV. I Doctor Strange, couldn't be bothered. Thor, haven't bothered. Don't care. I can't bring myself to watch or care about them. Right.
No, so it's gone. The Marvel magic has gone, and I think it'll be it'll probably be another 18 months to 2 years before it's admitted, but it's clearly gone.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, look, that's why they're working on Doctor Who. They want Doctor Who to fill that gap. They don't have a brand. They need content.
Yeah.
John Wick. I was never really into that. I like Keanu Reeves, but like I wouldn't go to cinema to see John Wick. Wonka, no. Leave me alone. That's like I'll see the trailer.
No,
Dune Part 2, yes. That's a cinema movie, right? I would go and see that.
Yeah.
Indy 5. Now James Mangold is swearing blind that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is not going to become Indiana Jones. I'm back on board, right? You better not be lying, mate. Okay, you better not be lying.
Would a director of James Mangold's caliber have the brass balls to lie to the world on social media? That's the question I'm
lie all the time for everything. Yes, they do. Yes, right. They're all liars. Unless you can prove differently, I think the worst of you. Yes. Shazam, no way. Aquaman, no way. I mean, right? Like, really, these are no. I'm like, leave me alone with your superhero movies, right? Mission Impossible. Yeah, okay. When's that coming out? I'm actually looking forward to that. July 14th. I am seeing that. Tom Cruise works hard enough to get me to the movies. I will go and see that. So
God,
how what we got? Mission Impossible.
You're right. There's nothing. Dune. You got three?
That's it. Mission Impossible and Indy. Okay, so that's
And Indy is a swing thing for you. It'll only need them to reveal one thing that you don't like, and you'll be out again.
Yeah, exactly. None of these movies.
Transformers film, that's going to be shite, isn't it?
None of these movies.
It's not good,
Creed,
is it?
Super Mario, Dungeons and Dragons. Although, I will look forward to seeing that on TV, Dungeons and Dragons. Quite frankly, if they make it like the cartoon.
See, they keep getting it wrong.
But none of the you're not getting the movie to see any of these things. Haunted Mansion, leave me alone. By the way, if you want to see Guillermo del Toro's Haunted Mansion, Guillermo del Toro was going to do a Haunted Mansion movie, and then they didn't let him do it. So he made it as Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak is a really weird movie. It's like a 1940s. Like 1950s.
Is that the one with Tom Hiddleston in it?
Yes.
Yeah, for some reason, I used to be a huge Tim Burton fan, and the idea that he could put out a film that I don't watch would have been sort of heresy.
Guillermo del Toro.
But I've never seen. Why do I keep getting those two mixed up? Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it, and yet I've got it.
Have you seen the Guillermo del Toro's got a Twilight Zone type TV show on?
Yes, I've heard it's good. Not seen it.
Okay. If you like horror, it's okay.
Yeah, I like that.
The first I felt was pretty weak, but it's. I will try and persevere. I'm trying to watch The Crown. Right, I'm just not into it. I'm trying to force myself through it so I can review it.
Yeah,
but like I'm not into the new cast. All right. We've got to watch this story.
Go on.
Hollywood celebrities, including Elijah Wood and Mark Hamill, meltdown over Trump's 2024 presidential run. Oh yes, it's listen, mate. I don't know. They live in such delusion. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think any. I said earlier, the Republicans could run Abraham Lincoln, and the Democrats could run a sausage, and the sausage is going to win, right? The way they got this ballot harvesting going on, that's all that matters, right?
Well, the midterms is very fishy, isn't it? The things that were going on there.
Well, it's not fishy. They're very open and honest about it. You know? No, there is fishy stuff on top of that. Like suddenly in Arizona, the people in charge of the county, Maricopa County, was part of a pact to stop Donald Trump endorsed candidates. And weirdly enough, all the Republican machines didn't work on the day of the election. You know, it's like they all were fine, and then they.
I heard somebody say that, and I assumed it was a joke. That's real.
No. 100% real. What, one ballot in 30 went through. Okay, in synagogue this morning, right? In my little prayer group, right? It was really packed out. We had like 60 people there, right? And so I looked at my neighbor and said, if you counted all these people and they were Republican voters in Arizona, and you counted them all up, you would get 2 votes right now. Yeah, listen, I don't know. I went a whole thing about that earlier. But yeah, listen, we have to wait and see. But yeah, listen, I don't know. Listen, if I was DeSantis, I wouldn't run because again, the ballot harvesting's done. Forget it, right? I would let Trump go ahead, and if he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses, right? I don't think there's any way. Again, somebody could win.
His speech was pure Trump. I did see that.
Oh, it's so much fun having him back.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Okay, where's the Elijah Wood? Yo, we're not doing this again, right? We had 4 years that felt like a nightmare. We all had money, you dumb cunt. We all had money and world peace. That felt like a nightmare to you?
It was this penis that made it a nightmare. People like him and all his mates.
Yes. Yeah. Look at this. This guy said, unfortunately, it's only been 2 years, but it does feel like 4. Like, really? President Trump announces his 24 run. He's a complete and total embarrassment. Really? I don't think so.
Says Mark Hamill, a man who's been embarrassing 2 generations of Star Wars fans now for about 6 years.
Like, yeah.
Fucking hell. That's a bit rich.
But they live in another reality. 45 announces future failed run for presidency. Well, what if he, again, the only person I think has a chance is Trump, right? I think he's the only one who could pull out a miracle. And I don't know how he could do it. Don't know how on earth it could happen.
Well, they've got a problem. They've got a problem, haven't they, with any other candidate that they put is sort of in his way. I mean, I was surprised to see him lash out at Ron DeSantis earlier in the week.
That was a bad move.
It made him look petulant. Yeah, and weak.
Yeah. What he should have done, Tim Pool said this, what he should have done is say, I endorsed Ron DeSantis came to me when he was weak. He needed help. I endorsed him. I'm so glad that I have. He's one of the leaders of tomorrow. It's like, I'm so glad I picked him and I backed him and he's done great. I'm so proud of his success. That would have made the point much stronger and he wouldn't have been weak, right? Jeffrey Wright, again, great actor. This clown Trump actually believes the nonsense dukeying out of his mouth. Yes, so do we, right? I'm sorry, mate. Trump is a damn depressant. He is for you. Josh Gad, this is how it's done. Thank you, Washington Post, for continuing to lead the way. Trump, who as the president fomented an insurrection, says he's running again. That's certainly the narrative. Not going to argue that's the narrative. But man, I listened to this rabbi that I follow, right? Who's basically the guy who's been telling me it's at the end of days, right? So he like going through what he says. He was basically you saying this is very similar to the story of the Exodus from Egypt. So he says essentially the midterms was like, you know, when Moses goes to Pharaoh and says, "Let my people
go, and they're like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
No, but we're not letting you go, right? So you would have thought, after, you get all these plagues, plague of blood, lies, all this shit's going down, frogs, everything, and Moses comes back and says, let my people go. They're like, nah, I'm doubling down on this shit, right? I'm doubling down on this shit, right? So that's what I think the midterms were, right? You've had all this inflation, Afghanistan, World War, everything's melting down. Are you going to double down it? Yeah, we love this shit. We're keeping with this, right? So, but this rabbi says, I think that he thinks the hammer's about to fall. But look, I don't know. He said this is it. He had me believing this is it so many times. Like, you can't only tick my balls so many times, mate. Before it was over, I go, yeah, put up or shut up, baby. All right. Okay, is Michael? Sorry.
Well, I've just noticing that Rob Ryan is at it again as well. He's another guy who talks out of his arse almost consistently, and he's such a great filmmaker. It just makes you...
Donald Trump is complete and utter fool. Not to mention a career criminal. Time to indict and put the last nail into his corrupt coffin. I think Biden might be indicted. I think he's in trouble, right? Although they're none of them in trouble because they control everything, right?
Yeah. Do you remember what Trump said? Do you remember what Trump said the first time? He said that the reason that how I know the system is rigged is because I use it, and that was when Hillary Clinton went absolutely apeshit, called him a criminal, and all that kind of thing. It is still that simple.
Have you seen this? What was it? Oh yeah, fine. I didn't. I went over this is Dave Chappelle's intro to Saturday Night Live.
And I got.
Did that happen?
Yeah. Have you seen this?
No, I heard about it, but I thought the writers had walked out.
Okay, yeah, they walked out. But and he didn't. This monologue is like he only gave it live. He gave a different monologue in rehearsals because he praised it. Yeah.
That's like that first debate. The reason he's loved is because it's so popular. But I get it because the poor whites.
And so I don't know. Listen, I always look at everything from a weird theological point of view, which is as long as I interpret what's going on, pretty good. But my interpretation has been a bit off. I was like, oh, that didn't happen. Yeah, you only can tell in hindsight. But I don't know. I look, things that seem to have been coming to a head for a while, but
they have.
Everything takes so long.
They have.
Well, who knows? This winter looks like it's going to be weird. Yeah, that's all I can say.
It's only going to get weirder.
How's it going with no heat and electricity in England? By the
way, our Prime Minister at the moment, I mean, you know that the first duty of the Prime Minister of Great Britain is to look after the interests of the people of Great Britain, but nobody's told Rishi Sunak.
He's doing that one at a time. He's starting with Rishi Sunak. He's looking after that person's interest. He'll get round to everybody soon enough.
They're talking, he is actively pushing for Britain, for the British people at any time would be wrong. But actively pushing now, with recession about to bite and the cost of living through the roof, for us to pay reparations to all manner of other countries for climate change and reparations for having initiated the Industrial Revolution and robbing people of their jobs. It's fucking insane.
At this point, abandon the Conservative. Anybody with any real
Conservative
value,
Party's dead.
The Conservative Party. That's ridiculous.
It's been like watching. Do you remember how when the comics industry started to go down the pan, Marvel was in a really shitty place, far worse place than DC.
Yeah.
And then DC just caught up, and now DC is even worse than Marvel. That's what's happened in politics. The Conservatives were still fairly tall, even if you didn't like how they did things. They were still recognisably the Conservative Party, and they still managed to clinch the last election with a majority, a huge majority.
Klaus Schwab's Conservative Party.
Yeah, and now they are even less recognisable as the Conservative Party than the Labour are recognisable as the Labour Party. It's disgusting. We need a viable alternative, a party, a person, ideally, that people will vote for. There's only one candidate, and his initials are NF. But
is he interested in it though? Look,
he is, but he says he can't do it. He says he can't do it alone, and so he's holding back. Again, he's not a young man either, but
Yeah. Listen, Trump's the only hope, I think, for America. I don't think England has any hope, right? I don't know. It's like, and you all believe this crap, like, all this diversity crap. How good Doctor Who is happening. To wrap up the show. How share screen 1 second. How this is anyway happening in this climate, right? I don't know. I'm very glad it is, and somewhat heartened, and my cockles are very warmed. I'm not going to tell you what that means. I'm going to let you decide for yourself. So again, for me, the Reverend from Another Planet, it's a bit of a thumbs up, and it's not the only thing I'm holding up. Let me tell you. It's okay not to laugh.
Awesome.
Not to touch. No touching, everybody. Okay.
Well,
you got a show, what it? You got a show.
I've got a show at 8 o'clock. I've got to shoot, but thanks for the chat, mate. Thanks for the giggles. Thanks for the company, and to you lot.
Well.
Thanks for listening to me as well.
Okay, everybody go to dance in an hour.